morning. How about things at the Boland Mansion?
Oh, the Boland compound. We did not have flooding, but we had to find other things to do because we did not have power for the entire day. So
for the whole day.
For the whole day. Yeah. So I woke up. Because you kind of forget, you kind of lose track of what lights you turned on, what lights turned off. So I woke up at 10:30. Every single light in the house is on. Hello, good morning.
Well, at least you knew that the power was back on.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a day, Brian.
Yeah.
Just absolutely silly, wasn't it? I mean, the rain was just endless. You know, Toronto had just about 100 millimeters of rain yesterday. I mean, it tripled the old record, more than tripled the old record.
That's more than a month's worth.
Exactly. And even Hamilton, we had almost 50 millimeters of rain, and that smashed the old record.
And this is on top of the rain that we had the day before.
Oh, exactly.
And prior to this month, we've had so much rain.
That's why there's so much flooding right now, is because everything's running off. There has no place to sink into, so everything's running off. The rivers are overflowing. The flood watches are continuing from the Halton watershed, from conservation areas. So yeah, stay away from the rivers because they are just running fast and high, way higher than normal. So be careful. We do have a slim chance. It's just a slim chance of a shower for the day today. Thankfully, no thunderstorms in the forecast. They are gone. And that's where you get the really heavy downpours, which is what we got yesterday. So we'll start to dry out a little bit. We'll get more drying for the day tomorrow, but looking like a sunny day today with that slim chance of a shower. But temperature today in the mid-20s, so about 27 degrees. Humidex around 32 for the day today. We're sitting at 20 right now. Okay, we'll dive into the details in the forecast coming up. Did I use the word dive? Oh dear. That was an unintentional pun over there. So we'll look at the traffic right now. Traffic's moving fine here at the 403 and Waterdown Road. Nothing to see there. We'll show you a few MTO traffic cameras, Nikola Tesla Boulevard. So Toronto-bound lanes toward the Skyway Bridge heading away from us now. So this is over the Skyway. This is just south of 2 around North Shore Boulevard. Nothing to see there. Same with Third Line. Doing fine through Burlington, Oakville at the moment. Be careful. Pooling and ponding still around. Still lots of puddles. Take it carefully, please. We'll look at weather and traffic coming up right now. The news.
Okay, thanks very much, Brian. Well, Hamilton police are investigating after somebody flashed a weapon on Stony Creek Mountain. It was on Upper Centennial Parkway around 9:40 last night. Police say it happened in a You-Need storage parking lot, where somebody in a black Toyota car passed by. The caller told police that the passenger in that car showed a gun and then drove off. The caller felt unsafe and called police to help him leave the parking lot.
Stony Creek man has drowned in the Welland River. This happened late Sunday afternoon in Niagara Falls. Niagara police say the 32-year-old man, whose name has not been released, had been swimming from a dock not far from Chippewa Parkway when he slipped under the water and did not resurface. Now, there are signs in the area, warnings of very strong currents. Hours later, police divers did find his body.
A lot of people in Toronto cleaning up after that heavy, dangerous flooding caused chaos on highways, roads, and impacted transit. Torrential rain forced emergency crews to rescue people from stranded vehicles and stranded buildings. While large parts of the city were left without power. Over 120,000 homes and businesses lost electricity. Hydro One has restored most of that this morning. Part of the Don Valley Parkway was closed because of flooding, while Union Station and part of Lakeshore Boulevard were also closed. Toronto Fire Services say they rescued more than a dozen people from flooding on the highway.
Well, the rain was also affecting much of the Golden Horseshoe. Severe flooding has caused widespread damage in many parts of our region, especially in Burlington. Mayor Marianne Mead Ward has declared a level 2 emergency for her city. The flooding has forced some residents to seek temporary shelter as area roads closed and overwhelmed culverts spill waters into streets and homes.
Talks are set to resume this morning to try to end the LCBO strike. The Ontario Public Service Employees Union says it's going to present a plan for protecting jobs and public revenues at the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. They have been on strike since Friday, July 5th. The union has said the dispute largely centers around Premier Doug Ford's plan to allow convenience and grocery stores to sell ready-to-drink cocktails, something Ford says he will not reverse. The LCBO says the public policy is not a matter for the bargaining table, but the union fears expanded alcohol sales will threaten jobs.
A new report from the City of Toronto outlines the province's lease requirements for the Ontario Science Centre. So the lease allows the city to end the agreement early and leave the province on the hook for any demolition costs if the Science Centre building is no longer fit for use. The report says the province, city, and Conservation Authority would have to negotiate if the Ontario government wanted out of the 99-year lease early. Toronto City Council had asked staff to look into what legal requirements the province may have to run the Science Centre after the province shut it down last month over structural concerns.
An insurance fraud prevention group says auto thefts were down 17% in the first half of this year. A Keat Association says the drop can be attributed to several factors, including increased border patrol and police working together, government action, and just better public awareness. The report comes after the federal government brought a number of industry stakeholders together to talk about the growing problem in February. In Ontario, auto theft is down by 14%. Quebec actually saw a 36% decline in stolen vehicles. The agency says the theft rate in Atlantic Canada went up 11%. Another automated speed enforcement camera has been vandalized in the Hamilton area. The camera on Dundas Street East in Waterdown has been marked up with black spray paint, including a very easily read profanity. Hamilton police say the vandalism hadn't been reported to them, so they weren't investigating. In April and again in May, several speed cameras in Niagara region were vandalized, including 2 in Smithville and another in Welland. Looking for something special with your morning coffee today? We'll look no further. Tim Hortons Camp Day is back. It's a way to support Tim's camps across Canada and the U.S. Simone Gavros joins us now from the Tim Hortons on Upper Ottawa in Hamilton with more.
Hi, good morning, Annette. Well, today, yes, as you mentioned, is Camp Day. It's also the 50-year anniversary of the Tim Hortons Foundation camps as well, so another reason to celebrate. Now, this morning, I'm here with Sharon Hart. She is the owner of this location here, so tell me a bit about what you guys are doing today to celebrate Camp Day.
Oh, my goodness, we've got so much going on here. You really need to come by. We're going to have a barbecue from 10 till 2:30, selling bracelets and badges. All the stores are doing that, but what's special at this location is we've got one fantastic raffle going on. The prizes are great. 100% donated, all the prizes. All the money's going towards the kids. It's really good. A lot of community support going to be here today.
Yes, you can see how everything is already set up, ready to go. How much have you guys raised last year, and what are you hoping to raise this year? Well,
last year we raised just under $13,000, and we're like to see $15,000 at least this year. Okay, that's our goal.
That's great. And yes, so you guys mentioned the raffle. What are other ways that people can support when they come today?
Buying a coffee, buying a nice coffee, buying a bracelet. Yes. Yeah, we've got our matching bracelets here.
That's perfect. Yeah, you mentioned we have our little matching bracelets going on today. But yeah, any other ways that people can come out to support?
They can just donate, just be part of the event today. Come and enjoy the barbecue, get something to eat, buy a coffee, buy a nice coffee, buy some raffle tickets, just do the whole thing.
Great.
So, yeah.
Sharon, we're going to be here all morning talking to more people as well to celebrate Camp Day. But for now, Tim, I'll send things back over to you.
All right, good stuff. Thanks, Simone. Let's get into Sports Line. And the Midsummer Classic went down last night from Arlington, Texas. With the reigning World Series champs, the Texas Rangers hosting the 94th All-Star Game, and LA Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani got the party started.
Just incredible.
Hits this ball hard, way back to right field. Soto doesn't even move. Ohtani has homered in the All-Star game.
Yeah, playing in his 4th All-Star game, hit his first home run, which is a 3-run shot in the 3rd inning to break a scoreless draw. It was also the first time a player has earned a win on the mound, which he did back in 2021, and then hit a home run in an All-Star game. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. Only Jay representing the team. He went 0 for 2 at his start at first base, but was robbed by Trey Turner of a hit in the second inning. Well, Turner was mic'd up. It was pretty deep. The American League did come back to tie it at 3. Then the Red Sox, Jarren Duran, had the big swat of the night, hitting a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 5th, which was the difference and gave the AL a 5-3 win, their 9th win in their past 10 All-Star games. Duran picks up MVP, the 5th Red Sox to achieve that. Got a couple days off with teams returning to action Friday with the Jays hosting the Tigers. Well, the Tiger Cats, they returned to the field on Saturday after a bye week where they had plenty to assess after an 0-5 start to the season, losing badly at home in their last game against the BC Lions. So they welcome their rivals from up the QEW, the Argos, on Saturday nights. And head coach Scott Milanovich was pretty encouraged with what he saw in practice yesterday.
You would think there would be, daubers down right now. We may have just had our best practice, and that's because we have players that care. They want to be part of the solution. We have coaches and staff that have high character, highly intelligent people that are working on recognizing the problems and getting them cleaned up. A lot of jobs are open. It's that kind of season at this point, right? And so the rule of the day is going to be production week by week, and we're trying people out at a lot of different spots and seeing if somebody else deserves to be in there.
Yeah, one of the real issues has been on the defensive side of the ball in the secondary, coming off giving up 44 points to the Lions and 4 touchdowns in the air. Have to make improvements there to have any chance getting back into this thing. Ticats, Argos, Saturday nights at 7 from the Donut Box. So we're a day away from the final golf major of the year getting underway from Royal Troon in Scotland. Don't call it the British Open because you'll get nasty emails. It's the Open, Tim. And Tiger Woods, a 3-time winner, is back at the Open, getting in some work before play starts tomorrow morning. He was also responding to comments from British golfer Colin Montgomery, who I'm paraphrasing here, but questioned what Tiger is still doing playing in these majors when he is a shell of himself. Well, Tiger was asked about these comments about Montgomery, who has never won at a major tournament.
Well, as a past champion, I'm exempt till I'm 60. Colin's not. He's not a past champion, so he's not exempt. So he doesn't get the opportunity to make that decision. I do.
That's, you've earned that. You've deserved it.
So when I get to maybe at his age, I can still make that decision. But he doesn't.
Tiger loves to push back on criticism, particularly when it's someone who's never won a major. Montgomery has walked back the statement, saying it was taken out of context. Tiger has struggled in the first 3 majors, not making the cut in the past 2 and finishing last in the Masters in April. The Open starts tomorrow morning.
What, nasty emails? We never get those, do we? No, never. All right, 13 minutes after 6 o'clock it is. Wednesday morning. Let's get you into the 17th morning of July. At least it's dry so far, as far as precipitation is concerned anyhow. 403 Waterdown Road, still moving nicely. Nothing to see there. All doing fine around the Hamilton area. Let's go into St. Catharines and check out what's going on at the 405, which is not a lot, which is good. So it looks pretty good right there. Nikola Tesla Boulevard, once again, is very light. Fairview Street, other side of the Skyway, looks good. Same with the Ford plant. We're just flipping through a few of these cameras just to show you that there's not a lot going on this morning, which is good. All right, let's check our temperature. Just fallen a degree. We're now into the teens. We're starting at 19 degrees this morning. We do have a mainly cloudy sky. Relative humidity is still way up there at 100%. The winds are fairly light, but they are shifting a little bit, which is going to usher in a bit of a cooler air mass. Let's look at some of the totals from yesterday with precipitation. Hamilton, almost 50 millimeters, shattered the old record of around 29. Brantford, I'm just showing you some of the high precipitation amounts. The Niagara area didn't get quite as much, but look at Brampton and Toronto, almost 100 millimeters of precipitation very quickly throughout the afternoon. That's why they had so much flooding. Union Station, it was just chaos there. We got a bit of a frontal boundary moving its way across us, and we're going to see that wind start to shift around to the west, to the northwest, and that's going to usher in some cooler air. And also, that ridge of high pressure is going to get us back into some sunshine. We can start to dry out a bit. Temperatures today, 27, 28 degrees, 26 for Brantford. It's a slim chance of a shower for the day today, around a 30% chance. Otherwise, A mix of sun and clouds to just a few clouds. Tonight, temperatures cooler, 13, 14 to 16 degrees. We will see a little bit of shower activity still after midnight in Halton Peel, Toronto, but the rest of us just partly cloudy. And then tomorrow, we're going to see some sunshine. Temperatures comfortable, 24, 25 degrees for the day tomorrow. Generally a mix of sun and clouds. So yeah, the drying will continue. So out the door, 17th morning of July, we do have a mainly cloudy sky. The winds are light. Temperature right now 19, and we'll look long range, of course, coming up at 10.
Okay, Louis Bucko is standing by, ready to chit chat with us.
Yeah, well, we mentioned it. It doesn't matter if you have a $100 million mansion in Toronto. You're not immune to flooding.
No.
As Drake found out. It's National Hot Dog Day as well. So we'll have a little discussion on the couch. The perfect way to dress a hot dog. There's really only one way to do it, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of hot takes when it comes to hot dogs. So you're going to hear all of them coming up at Chit Chat later on today.
I think I know how you like yours.
Yeah. Are we going to get all judgy on each other? Let's.
Probably.
Let's.
Yeah. We're going to look at each other very differently once we find out how we dress our hot dogs after that. Chit Chat.
We'll see you in a bit, bud.
All right, coming up in business news, the latest inflation figures are out. It could bode well for interest rates. 6:18 on your Wednesday morning. In overseas trading, the Canadian dollar is up 4 basis points at 73.11 cents U.S. Gold has gained almost $11 an ounce. Crude oil is up 15 cents to $80.91 U.S. a barrel. Midday trading in Europe, markets are down in London, Frankfurt, and Paris.
To Asia we go. Markets are down in Tokyo, up in Hong Kong slightly, and down in Shanghai. What about North American markets? Let's take a look at that. Some great gains.
Wow.
Holy smokers. Tuesday, yeah. Bay Street, excuse me, up 243. The Dow, that's the big story, up 742 basis points. Slight gains for the NASDAQ. Let's see if they can keep that going on this Wednesday, July 17th.
Well, with a drop in Canada's inflation rate, all signs are pointing towards an interest rate cut next week from the Bank of Canada. Inflation for June was 2.7%. That's down from 2.9% in May. Lower gas prices were one of the reasons for the drop. Analysts say the decrease, combined with other recent economic data, increases the chances that the Bank of Canada will cut its key overnight lending rate for a second straight time.
Airfares, they continue to rise in Canada, climbing 2% year over year in the month of June. Now, the Consumer Price Index shows the increase follows a 4.5% year over year bump in May. Prices for flights are now up about 19% than they were before the pandemic. Higher prices, higher fares are partly due to limited competition and flight capacity among airlines, which has more than offset softening demand since the post-pandemic travel boom.
Despite an emphasis on housing from all levels of government in this country, housing starts across Canada fell 9% last month. The Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation says about 241,000 new homes were started in June, down from about 264,000 in May. The decrease is being blamed on higher interest rates. Housing starts were down 60% in Toronto, 55% in Vancouver.
Canada's industry minister is concerned about the growing market for digital wallets, so financial transaction apps like PayPal or Apple Pay that run on smartphones. François-Philippe Champagne has sent a letter to the Competition Bureau pointing out other countries are taking action to make sure no one entity or company dominates the space. Last week, the European Union accepted a promise from Apple to open its proprietary tap-to-pay system to rivals. That is something I really haven't gone on to doing yet.
No?
No. Are you paying with your phone?
Yep.
Yeah? So you don't have to open your wallet at all? You don't even need your wallet? It's all there?
Boop.
Should I do it? I don't know. I'm old school that way.
Yeah.
I'm still using checks. Who do I make that out to? I remember my mom doing that at the grocery store, right?
Who do I make that out to? Okay, we're going to check back with Brian right after this for your traffic and your 7-day forecast.
I don't know if grocery stores still accept checks, do they?
I don't know.
All right, Wednesday morning here. Let's get you into traffic. 6:24 is the time. We're starting to dry out. The roads still look a little damp, don't they? QEW Highway 406, no problems right there. A little bit busy now south of 2, so you're coming off the Skyway Bridge going past North Shore Boulevard. Third line, no problems. Sheraton looks good. We do have a collision in Toronto, just because we'll show you a collision. Here's the 401 at the tunnel, so you're looking at the transfer heading eastbound just around the airport, so right lane is blocked through there, but that's really all we've got so far today. Temperature right now, we're in the teens to start the morning. We haven't been there in a while. 19 for Hamilton, Grimsby, 20 Mississauga, 22 for Toronto. So our seasonal temperatures for this time of year are 26 for the daytime high. We beat that, and we'll beat that again today. Beat that yesterday. We'll beat it today. 15 for the overnight low. Those are our sun times and our records for today as far as temperatures are concerned. And yeah, there is that chance of a shower for the day today. It's just a 30% chance of a shower. Otherwise, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. 27, feeling like 32. Tonight, much cooler. It'll be a comfortable night. 14 degrees, partly cloudy. Tomorrow, 24. Mix of sun and clouds, humidex 27. Nice day tomorrow. Look, finally we're going to start to dry out Friday and Saturday with sun. 24 Friday, 27 Saturday. And we get, once again, not a great chance, but a slim chance of a shower Sunday into Monday, and again sunny for Tuesday. That's your forecast. Annette, Tim.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, for the first time ever, NASA has beamed a hip-hop song to space.
Beep, beep, who got the keys to the Jeep? I'm driving to the beach. Top down, loud sound, see my peeps.
So that's Missy Elliott's The Rain. It took nearly 14 minutes for that song to travel about 254 kilometers to Venus, her favorite planet. Elliott posted to social media saying, "The sky is not the limit, it's just the beginning." Now, NASA has sent only one other song into space. That was Across the Universe by the Beatles in 2008. Now, NASA isn't doing this just for fun. 2 NASA missions selected in 2021 will explore Venus and send data back to Earth using the same signal that they use to send that music. It's kind of fun, though, that they do that.
That can't be right, though. It says 254 kilometers to Venus.
Oh, a million. Sorry. A million.
It's closer than going to Ottawa. Yeah, who knew?
Time travel. Okay, that's my bad. I converted it from miles, and I forgot to put million. Sorry, million.
Okay, it's one of those days. We're having some fun. First half hour down, lots more to come on your Wednesday, which is looking much drier.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
So we don't need any more rain.